Just heard me quite a gruesome story. My wife sent me this. Facebook, an article. Woman attacked by her doctor husband when they were in Hawaii. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. Fine doctor, huh? 6 figures. Try to kill his wife. And I've read some information that says something about he found some flirtatious text between her and somebody else. That's what I read. I guess it's true. I don't know if it's true or not. Could be more to the story than that. But if that's the case, I mean, yeah, anybody will get hurt. Anybody will feel rage, anger, frustrations, all these things, of course. But of course, a lot of people are not going to say, well, I'm not going to murder my spouse. I would just, confront them about it. I don't know the content of the flirting. Some people just automatically just, let me leave you. And other people say, yeah, we'll talk it out. But a lot of people, we know there's going to be some arguing. All right. Obviously, it's going to be a pretty heated discussion. It's hard. It's really a challenge to stay calm when you see your partner flirting with somebody. But wow, what a situation, man. What humans are capable of, man, it's something else, man. But I think this is another reason why I'm holding on the ladies here, particularly when they. A lot of women be like, whoa, the thought of being with a man that's the doctor, a secure job, it's prestigious, it's highly respected, it's job security, it's great money. I'm not seeing nothing wrong with that. That's great for those who are blessed to be with somebody making that money. But more important than a man that even one would say a man that's working towards his medical degree, his medical license. Wow. Admirable. Amazing. I want to be with a man like that. Yet, while he's doing that, is he putting the work in on himself? Not just his financial well-being, his mental well-being, his emotional well-being. And even after he starts his career and he's in there doing very great financially, is he putting in the work on himself? Because even with all that money, that could be a very stressful job to be in, a stressful career, being a doctor. It's a lot in your mind, a lot in your plate. It's a lot of commitment, time commitment. But even while you're getting that money, you have to always be assessing you. Come on, because we all got times where we are not the best mentally. All of us. But we're not the best emotionally, where we could be better. Right? But a lot of us, we don't take the time to really address that. How is the health of my emotions right now? Health of my mind? What is something that I need to work on? What is something that I need to deal with about me? I've been feeling angry for a while about something. I've been feeling frustrated and stressed. But a lot of people, rather than really deal with it, they just push through it. Rather than deal with it, they just push through it. They just keep chugging along. Gotta go to work, gotta do this, gotta take care of bills. But you're not looking at yourself truly in the mirror. Whether that's a therapist, a prayer, talking to a healthy accountability partner, getting it off your chest, just releasing that, being honest with somebody about what you're feeling. You're right. And it won't matter how much money you make if you go off the deep end, man. Right? And highly likely that doctor was not doing that stuff. He was not checking himself, dealing with that. Right? And if it's true, based on what I've read, that she would for one of the men. Well, you gotta know how to vent properly, rather than think about murdering. You should be thinking, whoa. How do I best handle this rage, this anxiety, this frustration? I'm sure some part of him must have thought, wow, if I do this, I'm very likely going to have to spend the rest of my years behind bars. A long time. My medical license is done. All that time I put into my schooling, career is going to be... Now I'm behind bars. Because of lack of self-control, lack of emotional management over a woman who I would say, yes, made a mistake. I'm not condoning that mistake. Being flushed all that time, all that investment for a woman. I'm not saying that she does a woman. She's your wife, and you've put so much time into her, into the marriage, the bonding, the memories. It hurts. The greatest joy and greatest pain is in the same place. Relationships. As one of my favorite pastors, Darius Daniels, said. Love that quote. But a problem with, and ladies, problem with a lot of doctors or aspiring doctors, not all of them, but many of them, they're not working to be well and stay well internally. So you can ask that question, wow, I know you're focused on becoming a doctor, you're focused on making that money right now. How are you? How are you making sure that you're well? Your mind is well. Because I know you get stressed. I know you get frustrated. What do you do when you're under overwhelming pressure and stress? Right? Do you do healthy things to deal with that? And I don't know that doctor that did that, but it's very likely, even prior to him trying to murder his wife, that whenever he was stressed, frustrated, he didn't, in my opinion, he didn't go and pray or talk to maybe a guy he could really be honest with, vulnerable with, go for a nature walk, right? He didn't do things prior to that helped him. In my personal opinion, I could be wrong. My personal opinion. But highly unlikely, because murder is something that's extremely serious. Very serious. Was he doing the things before that flirting happened to deal with his frustration, deal with his any pain he goes through in life? I'm mad at this, I'm upset with that, I'm mad at the politics right now, I'm mad at my parents right now, I'm mad at my siblings right now, but I'm gonna push through and just keep working. No, you can't just, that's not healthy. Because all that toxicity, all that rage is in you. And then now you see your wife flirting with somebody. Boom! Now you're going to just be a volcano now. That's a problem with a lot of people today, ladies. For him, that guy needs to know how to have self-management and always working on that. And always learning the skills, learning the strategies. Having a way to ventilate the soul, ventilate. What is the procedure? What is the mechanism? What is the way he would deal with soul management, and not just financial management? This financial management is not enough. Yeah, because you could be about to marry that good-looking, fine, suave guy making great money, but it could be your future murderer. Your future abuser. You don't know. That's how serious this world is, man. That's how serious it is. Money is just not enough, man. We have more than financial needs. We have a soul need, emotional needs that have to be properly assessed and dealt with. All right, y'all. God bless you. Love you.